Don't listen to this alone in the dark. I remember the knocking started sometime after midnight. Not loud, not urgent. Just slow and spaced out, like someone going door to door on my floor. And at first, I didn't even get up, because people knock on the wrong door all the time in this building. But it didn't stop after 1 or 2 tries. It kept going. Not on my door, but moving, like I could track it from one apartment to the next. A few knocks, then silence, then a few more, like it was working its way down the hallway. I sat there on my couch listening, trying to ignore it, telling myself it was just someone drunk or confused. But there was something off about the timing. The gaps between the knocks were too consistent, too calm, and I realized after a minute that nobody was answering any of them. No voices, no doors opening, just that same steady pattern. And then it stopped. For a few seconds, nothing happened. And I remember thinking maybe it was over. Maybe whoever it was had finally left. And I leaned back a little, trying to settle down. But then I heard it again. Closer this time. Just one door away. And my stomach tightened, because now it was right outside my neighbor's place. 3 knocks. Silence. 3 knocks again. I waited for someone to answer, but they didn't. And then the floor creaked just slightly, like weight shifting right outside in the hallway. And I found myself staring at my front door without meaning to, like I already knew what was coming next. It didn't happen right away. There was a long pause, long enough that I almost convinced myself it had skipped my door. But then it came. 3 knocks. Soft, even, patient. I didn't move. I just sat there, watching the door like it might react to me first. And my chest felt tight because there was no voice on the other side. No hello, no explanation. Just that knocking and then nothing. I stayed quiet. I thought if I didn't respond, it would move on. Seconds passed. Then the handle moved. Just slightly at first, like someone testing it. And I felt this cold rush through my body because I knew I had locked it. I always lock it. But the handle turned again, a little harder this time, and the latch clicked against the frame. I stood up slowly, not even thinking about it, just reacting. And I took a step toward the door. My eyes locked on the handle as it moved again. And then it stopped. Complete silence. I swallowed and moved closer, one step at a time, my feet feeling heavier the closer I got. And I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I thought looking through the peephole would help, but I leaned in anyway. There was nothing there. No one. The hallway light was on, empty, quiet, exactly how it always looks. And I remember pulling back, confused, trying to process how someone could have been knocking and turning the handle, and then just disappear without a sound. Then I heard it. Behind me. A soft shift of weight, right inside my apartment. I froze. My back was still to the room, my face inches from the door. And I felt it before I fully understood it. That feeling of something standing behind you, close enough that it doesn't need to move much to reach you. I turned slowly. It was standing near the kitchen entrance. Not human. Not even close. It was tall, but not in a normal way. Its limbs were too long, hanging down past where they should have. And its body looked like it didn't quite hold its shape. Like it was settling into itself, adjusting, and its head was tilted slightly to one side, facing me, even though I couldn't make out a normal face. It knew I could see it, and it didn't move. I couldn't breathe properly, my chest was tight, and I took a step back without meaning to, my heel hitting the door behind me, and the sound seemed to trigger something because its head shifted, just a little, correcting itself. "You're not supposed to be in here." The words came out low, barely steady, and it reacted immediately. The sound came from it, deep and uneven, like it was pushing air through something that wasn't built for it. And it leaned forward slightly, not stepping, just changing its posture, like it was focusing on me. I reached for the door handle behind me without looking, my hand shaking, and I twisted it hard, pulling the door open. And I didn't even check the hallway. I just moved, stepping out as fast as I could. The hallway was empty, exactly like before. I turned to pull the door shut behind me, but it was already closing from the inside. The handle moved on its own, the door pulling inward against me, and I stumbled back as it shut fully with a quiet click. I stood there staring at it, my heart pounding, trying to decide what to do. And then I heard it again, inside. Close to the door, right on the other side. Stay in there. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I thought it mattered. But the handle didn't move again, and for a second, I thought maybe it couldn't come out. Maybe it was stuck inside my apartment. Then I heard knocking. Not on my door. Down the hall. 3 knocks. I turned slowly. The sound was coming from the next apartment over. Then the next. Then further down. The same pattern. The same pace. Moving away. I stood there, trying to understand what I was hearing, because it sounded like it had left, like it was going door to door again, just like before. And I felt this horrible realization settle in, because that meant it wasn't contained. It wasn't trapped in my apartment. It was moving through the building. I took a step back from my door, my eyes still locked on it, and then I heard something behind me. A soft shift. Too close. I turned. It was standing at the far end of the hallway now. Same posture, same tilted head, facing me. It hadn't gone anywhere. It had just started again somewhere else. No, you were... My voice broke, and it reacted again. It started moving this time. Not fast, not slow. Just steady, deliberate steps, closing the distance like it wasn't worried about me getting away. I turned and ran. I didn't even think. I just moved, heading for the stairwell at the end of the hall, my footsteps echoing louder than they should have, my breathing uneven. And I reached the door, pushing it open hard and stepping inside. The stairwell was empty. Concrete walls. Cold air. I grabbed the railing and started down, taking the steps too fast, nearly slipping, my legs shaking, and I didn't look back at first. I just kept going, trying to put distance between me and whatever that thing was. Then I heard it. Above me. Inside the stairwell. Closer than it should have been. I looked up. It was already on the landing above me, watching. It hadn't followed me down the hall. It was just there, waiting. How are you? It stepped down one stair, then another. Slow. Controlled. Like it knew exactly where I was going before I did. I turned and ran down the rest of the stairs, pushing through the door at the bottom and out into the lobby. And for a second, I thought I might make it. I thought if I could just get outside, get away from the building, it would stop. The lobby was empty. Lights on. Quiet. Too quiet. I moved toward the front doors, my hand reaching out, and then I saw the reflection. In the glass. Behind me. Closer than before. I spun around. It was right there. Close enough that I could see the way its body shifted. Like it wasn't fixed in place, like it was constantly adjusting, and its head tilted again, slowly, as if it was studying me. Stay back! It didn't stop. The sound filled the space between us, and I backed up until my hand hit the glass behind me. Nowhere left to go, and I realized then that it had never needed to chase me. It didn't need to run. It just needed me to move. Because every time I moved, it was already there. Closer. Waiting. I tried to push the door open behind me, but it wouldn't budge. My hands slipping on the handle as panic set in, and it stepped closer again. Its long arm lifting slightly, not reaching, just adjusting, like it was preparing. I felt my legs give out, my body dropping back against the door, and I couldn't take my eyes off it. Couldn't look away, because it was watching me in a way that felt direct, intentional, like it knew me, like it had chosen me. It leaned forward, and everything went quiet. No sound. No movement. Just it. Right in front of me. If you're listening to this, then you've probably heard knocking before, late at night, in a hallway that should be empty. And maybe you ignored it. Maybe you told yourself it wasn't your door. But it doesn't matter which door it starts at, because it doesn't stay there. And if you ever hear 3 slow knocks moving closer, one door at a time, don't wait for it to reach yours. Don't listen for it to stop, because by the time it does, it's already inside. If you have a horror story of your own, please feel free to drop it in the comments section. You never know. The next story could be yours. Subscribe to The Vault so you don't miss what comes next.